Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Bitcoin doing well. Ethereum taking the cake, and we're going to break that down, and that's a good sign for all of us. We should all be super excited for alt season to really start to kind of come through here and begin to plow, you know. And every time you kind of start scanning and using my system and you're looking for those flags are likely now to start playing out a lot better. 4 hour, 1 hour, that 21 touching. I'm going to talk about one thing I haven't played in a long time, Lobo. You guys remember Lobo? Hey, keep it on the low, bro, with Lobo. No, but seriously, let's take a look at what's happening to Bitcoin. I was looking for this to come back down to the bottom of the channel for a better entry. So far, so good. Exactly what we wanted. Now we want to get the bounce back to the top of the channel. It's exactly what we're looking for, and consolidate into tomorrow night. And then we get the Sunday night pump into the week, right? Which makes Monday kind of just flabbergasted. Tuesday's usually a dump. Wednesday's sideways. Thursday and Friday become the pumps. And here we go. So we're just looking for something like this to get the pump tomorrow into the weekly candle close. Nothing has really changed since we started the, this morning here at that, you are down a little bit if you took the entry. But that's the call, right? Just looking for this to consolidate sideways here. And I was saying, hey, we may even be able to get a better price at the bottom of the channel. Stochastics reset. Everything looks good to me for Bitcoin. We'll do our top-down analysis because why not? It hasn't failed me now, so why stop doing it? So I keep doing that. Let's take a look at what's happening to the chat. God bless everyone that's jumped on in and decided to be awesome and make this stream their stream tonight. Thank you so much for being amazing and, spreading your most amazing asset, which is your time. You could use your time for anything, and you're here with me right now on the live. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. Saturday night on the weekend in the summer. You're a diehard lifer. You're into crypto more than anybody else. You're probably this is probably the richest group right here. Whoever's on the stream right now is likely going to be, again, by statistics, the richest group because you people are the most dedicated. And you'd be able to, you would find any single low, anytime the market goes to the downside, you take advantage. So let's take a look here at the weekly time frame. We talked about the weekly. We said it had to close green, right? If we got a continuation red, it would have been all the way back down to 109,000. There was no really stopping BTC. We had a little bit of a Fibonacci. We did have this fib, and I'm going to show you why price action did halt, and I'm going to show you why I was able to call the long when I saw that about a week ago, all right? A week ago, I saw something in the charts that changed the way we looked at the market, and I'm going to discuss that. But again, beautiful support now at 114,000. Resistance at 119.4, 119.5. This is beautiful. This is the range that we've created now on the weekly. 5-day chart close green. We're looking for another green close. We're looking for this to kind of make some type of symmetrical triangle on the 5-day chart. Continue to the upside. Let's take a look at the algorithmic measured move from the top of this wick to the bottom of that wick very precisely. Right there, and it usually breaks out somewhere in that area with this exact trajectory. And yeah, you're looking for $144,000 Bitcoin by November 12th. Remember, we were calling 120K before anybody else, right? We had this mapped out. I was projecting this here. You go back in time, we already started saying, hey, if this can start a projection here on the 3-day chart, I said you're going to be looking for your measured move, which is the length of this algorithmically. That says we can get to 127,000. We still haven't met that measured move, which is still on the way. Point is, by speculating, I'm able to kind of see where price is going and stay ahead of it. And we did that with this. We do this all the time, and I'm going to teach you how to do that, projecting what you got to do. Shout out to everybody here on the live. We did it, everybody. We did it. We did it. I believe. Bang. Best TA of 2024. Best technical analysis. We nailed it. We got a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful belt yet again. And it's each and every one of you. You guys voted. You put in the work. And we were able to take it. We didn't take Influencer of the Year. As we said, I'm more of a TA guy. So I think we fit in where we go. And we'll be rocking that belt all day long. Having a blast. Shout out to everybody else. I can't wait to add that to the list. To the previous belt. 2 years in a row. On the belt. Shout out to everybody here. Thank you so much. Winning this award meant a lot to me. I cried out to dinner with my wife and just, promised myself I wouldn't cry, but I let out a tear. No, but seriously, Shout out to Femex for that sponsorship too. Shout out to everybody out there. God bless you all. Best DA, Sam Price, the Crypto Liver. Shout out to Adam Charles, who puts this all together, really puts his heart and soul into these awards. Started them years ago, recognizes people for all the hard work that they do. Micro channels, big channels, everybody. He finds a way to get everybody involved. You got to go say thank you to him. But yes, best DA of 2024. There we are again. And, you know, just let's you know, we add it to the belt. Like now I have my second belt. And it's crazy, right, to have belts from doing technical analysis. But I mean, it's insane, right? Man, you guys are the best, man. We don't do this for nothing. We do this to be the champs of the industry, man. Hey, I love the games, but I like showing off, man. I don't mind. Look at that, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Even nicer than the belt. I think it looks beautiful. Great designs every year, seriously. Unbelievable. Shout out to everybody here that made it happen. Shout out to everyone that held it down. Bang, 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 man. We did it again, baby. We did it again. Hey, man, we bought 84,000. We bought 19K. We called the bottom for Bitcoin. I mean, we did, right? We've done great. And we even called the pumps up to 120,000. And we're still here every single day. No days off. Heck, I was probably streaming during the event. I was probably doing more TA. Let's get you and Stone Cold together. I know, right? Stone Cold, see out here, man. God bless Crypto Billy in the house. Technical analysis, you're funny, man. Congrats for the award. God bless you. Thank you. That's what matters, the technical analysis. You know exactly how to read the market. Hey, bang, we bought 15.9, baby. Thank you for saying that. Amen. You earned that. You're living proof. God bless you. Thank you, Rave Star Records. Shout out to my whole team. Tonight's a celebration. On our way to 100,000 subscribers. Winning the best technical analysis of 2024. And just hands down, having a blast. I definitely took my family out to steak dinner tonight. It was a blast. That thing was cooked medium rare. I went for the New York strip today. Didn't go for the ribeye. I've had a lot of ribeyes. The New York strip was just spot on. And why not, man? Beautiful, beautiful dinner. Laid out perfectly. Look at the crisscrosses on that beautiful char. You gotta love it. And then bang. Find out I hit the belt at dinner. Shout out to my man Ernest. And shout out to my whole team. We did it again, man. God bless everybody out there. And hit up Adam Charles MKT, who put this all together. He made it happen, right? Best altcoin content for Jason Appleton. He does it all. And shout out to AJ, Influencer of the Year, Best Variety Channel, the Golden Upvote, and the HODL Award. Holding it down with 4 belts. That's insane. He has to get another entire briefcase, suitcase just to go home with all those belts, man. God bless AJ and everything he's doing. God bless his new baby. And the belts are ready for pickup, baby. Come get your belts. And I sent my buddy to go grab my belt. He's going to ship it to me this week. It's going to be awesome, man. So, pretty amazing, though. Hey, there I am right there. Crypto Liver. It's kind of cool, though, to see it all up there, right? I don't know who that dude is. I should, right? Nothing. Nothing. It's like people who had their friends there. I don't know. Funny. It's just kind of interesting. It's like, who was there? You know, if you try to place it. Looks pretty big, man. Looks like a pretty big event. Pretty awesome. No love for the lifer, man. Dang. Where my people's at? I guess we should have showed up in full force and showed them who the lifers were, but dang. It's honey. Let's get back into the charts. So, 5-day chart looking absolutely beautiful. I like what I'm seeing here on the 5-day chart. Let's get that flipped on. And it's funny, man. Award shows and games and all that and drinks is fun, but I'm all about being right here, getting it in, getting paid, and grinding hardcore. So it's like, I'm like the boxer at the gym. I like to sit there and work out. It's fun to win, but it's all about being in that gym and grinding it out until the next one. You fall in love with the grind more than the wins and the rewards. You just fall in love with the grind. All right. Batman was there, man. Best TA of the game. Thank you. Even Batman is there. My mentor won once again, baby. Let's go. We won there in spirit. Amen. I know, right? So let's take a look at the daily. The daily starting its nice bump and see a green candle there starting out. So let's take a look at today. Today it opened. I'm going to have to move that. That can't be there because I'm out. Opened at 1. I got a wire in front. 116,674. It was a high, was 117,944. Almost hit 118 today, which is crazy, like in the last 24 hours. The candle closed at 116,462. All right. And the low was 116,299. So, man. And actually, we went down today about $200 from beginning. So, opened here and went down and closed. But we had a huge pump to the upside, not sustainable. And, on a weekend, I could see that. So, you had to. You're one of the best at TA. Congrats. Thank you so much. God bless you. We all know we're going to get it hard. MACD suggesting we pump. Last daily candle, Bitcoin flat, Bitcoin D, nukes. Thank you so much, Sammy, for all the help this year. May God bless you immensely. God bless you, man. I'm happy that you wanted to go after it so hard that you found a mentor that helped you. That means you cared immensely about your life and you made it happen. So here we are. Can we flip this candle green? It looks like we very well may. Can we get some tweezer bottoms here and support at 116? We take a look at the BOOKMAP, and BOOKMAP does have liquidity on either side, does suggest we do go lower to 115,750 if we go anywhere. That's just what BOOKMAP says. I'm not saying it's guaranteed. I started speculating on this inverted head and shoulder when we were right here. I called that exact bottom. We found hidden bullish divergence on the daily. That's what I wanted to kind of really break down. So how did I find out where we were going to bottom? How did it look likely? Hidden bullish divergence. This swing up, this swing up, this swing down to this swing down. We also pulled a fib. The fib gave us the levels to care about and watch very closely. We bounced off the 618 and then things started to kind of go in our favor. So super awesome, super amazing. Can't beat it. And I'm super excited to see how this can play out. I would like to watch a 2-week consolidation while Ethereum and altcoins go crazy. And then right here, August 30th into September, we front run those rate cuts and start to pump. Then the cuts come in and we just keep bashing, taking names and kicking butt. You know what I mean? Because if you weren't in crypto, you should have been. And next thing you know, you're going to see why when risk on assets start to fly. So I'm looking for this to get tight. And again, I could be wrong. Maybe it makes a right shoulder and dumps on us right now. I'll be there if we lose the 4-hour 200 moving average. But I'm looking for this to get tight. Let's move on to what I just said. That 8-hour looks okay to me. And then the 4-hour. Today, the 4-hour was all about the battle on the 200 moving average. On your way to bed, sweetie? I love you. I'll make sure next time, okay? I'll play with you. I'll get your own stuff. Yep. So we'll take a look here. Now, I like what I'm seeing on the 4-hour. So again, this brings us to kind of where we stand. I'm watching this flag of the 4-hour time frame. When Bitcoin goes sideways above the 200 and the 21 comes into play, I trade that. I don't care if I lose it 7 out of 10 times. I'm likely to win it at least 4 out of 10. So the odds of this winning are higher than lower. So I'm long. I longed it earlier today with the stop below this area here, and I'm still long. We're going to see what happens as the day goes on. Let's take a look at the long. There it is right there. It's down $89. Not even a big deal. I opened this in front of you guys today on the live stream, right? So there we are with the long for BTC. And that's on weeks. Shout out to anyone that trades on weeks. I love weeks. The team is amazing. Awesome, awesome team. I love doing business with weeks, hanging out with weeks around the world. On the way to Singapore. And around the world we go, man. Andy, baby. I got you. I won't stop if you don't stop every single day, baby. Let's go, Andy. Shout out to my team. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the Weeks team that pushes it. I kept looking outside for the Weeks Lambo. It didn't arrive in the driveway, but when it comes, I'll let you know, okay? God bless everybody here on the live. AGLA was looking interesting to me. We had watched it earlier. It is on the daily. I don't know much about the coin. The setup looks interesting. Tighter and tighter. Looks like this thing could do some serious damage to the upside. AGLA. Look how tight that's getting on the 4-hour above the 200 moving average. I don't have any of this coin, but it looks like it could pump. The accumulation coin of the week. DJI 6930. There's hot coins about to pump. There's accumulation coins. Accumulation coin is a coin that's sitting in a key area waiting to get grabbed up. This is in that 618 golden pocket with the wick. It had the sell-off. I own this coin. I'm looking to grab a little more down here. Same thing that happened to Kita. It was the hottest coin since sliced bread. I put it out at 12 cents. It continued to rip. This is where DJI 6930 is, right where Kita went. Then it dumped all the way back down, and everyone thought it was dead. It went from 160 all the way back down to 40 cents. And now it has since ripped back to 154. This thing has been such a producer, such a gainer. And I actually put it even in this tight region. I see this thing continuing. It's got a measured move up to 294, and it just basically broke out. And it's almost in price discovery. Kita has been one of the hottest coins in the game. Check out AG stock for fall. Yeah, congratulations, Mr. Cumminhead. You're the GOAT. I've been on BETT Link since the AM. God bless you. Got my boy Macro watching the stream. God bless Macro. Thank you for jumping on in. Shout out to Ragnar. Imagine you involve... you're funny. Yes, sir. Thanks for the love in the chat. God bless Keeping It Real Since podcast. We love you, man. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. On our way to 100,000 subscribers. We need each and every one of you to nail that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Get that like button up to as many people as are watching. Come on now. All right. ZORA with an NFT use case in the real world really started to do some serious damage. Look at that thing. I saw it here with the little alert, and I haven't looked at it since. ZORA. See it broke out of this flag here. It continued to do damage, kind of similar to that XRP pump. Right at that previous high now. Look at the daily. You know, the daily came back down to the 21 and then pumped. I mean, that's exactly what it was supposed to do. Look at that. It was in a flag, came back down to the 21-day moving average. And then it broke out. I mean, the daily suggests that it's getting started for another run. So that means it tells me that if the 15-minute were to be in some type of flag, could likely play out. You'd be looking for ZORA to break out of this rising wedge to the upside. I don't like to chase things that are a little, that have already pumped a little bit. But this, if you're into ZORA and you're looking, it does look like it could head up to about 12 cents. No, what? Yeah, 12 cents. Yeah. Someone said, check out Soon. Let's take a look at Soon. Soon, absolutely ripping. I remember when we went over Soon, too. I went over Soon here. So I first found Soon and talked about it. I can see I have an alert on it. It was a new coin that had just come out to the market, so I said, hey, watch it. Let's see if there's a setup for it, or did I put something? Soon on 12/26, we were looking at this thing a long time. Soon. But I don't know what happened to it. It skyrocketed, right? Or is it a glitch in here? I don't know what's going on. Yeah, it came up, had a dump, and then out of nowhere in the last couple of days, today, it just started to rip. It went from 18 cents all the way to 46 cents and did a 3x out of nowhere on a Saturday, right? Insanity. A little bit of bearish div now forming for Soon. And you got to assume it's either going to go sideways or pull back. If it does go sideways, you got a chance that thing could continue. But the consolidation will tell you what to do. Just wait. Let price action show you its formation. All All right. Optimism on the daily is about to break over the 200 moving average. And that's OPT, right? OP. Optimism on Coinbase USDT. I love you, sweetie. Thank you, baby. I love you. Have a good night, sweetheart. Look at this shoulder, head, right shoulder to the upside for optimism. As somebody said, looks like it's about to break above the 200 moving average. Once it does that, it probably could get a little bit of a spike. I'd be watching your 4-hour for a flag. I think there's better out there. Apt and Optimism are kind of beat up. They'll move with Ethereum, don't get me wrong, and they'll probably start to pump nicely. I think there's some other gains out there that could be better, but they will pump pretty nicely. Ladies and gentlemen, meet the crypto. Congratulations, Sammy, coming in. You're so funny, man. Shout out to BJK. Thank you so much for jumping on in. Do you think Polygon is going back to the all-time highs? MATIC, right? Polygon, USD. I still own MATIC, and it was a hot coin, man. I can't believe what they did to it. Sad that it turned to absolute zero. You know, will it go back to the all-time high? I think it captures some market share in DeFi. Very tight. I still believe in the project, right? And it moves fast. It's got a good chain. Just kind of a dinosaur, right? Everyone, this could have been the newest thing ever. People are like, MATIC, dude, it's all about that MATIC. Like, it did 100x, too, when it first came out. Maybe even more for some people. I wouldn't be surprised if you do see it back at $1.98. I don't know about the all-time high, but I think you get back to $1.98. Remember, we call that legendary call the bounce of the 15-minute for Bitcoin. That ripped all the way almost to 118,000. Now we kind of sit. The only call I'm still sitting in there is the gold call on BTC.C. I haven't even looked at it all day. What happened? I mean, it obviously should have closed, right? But the trade's still sitting pretty at 63. It's flat now, right? Gold futures should be flat for tonight. I believe so. But yeah, we'll get back to that. That trade is up 6%. I did give a NASDAQ call in the group. I didn't take the call. Kind of pissed I didn't, but I had so many other things open. But right here, I have a bullish call here on the NASDAQ. Entry there. Stop loss below about 23.40, 440. This thing did this little up, little dip. Stayed kind of right near break even. Never went to the stop loss, as you can see. And then next thing you know, it was gone. It continued to rip. So shout out to anyone that traded the NASDAQ there for gains. That can be traded here on BTC.C at Tech 100. All right. Tech 100. And that's where I trade the NASDAQ, Tech 100, all day long. And you can see that 30-minute. See if we can find that flag again where it was. August 1st. Yeah, it's this flag right here. You can see still doing damage here. So that was your it was right here like this. Oh, I did use that. Yeah, exactly. So that was it, and eventually, I mean, you're still in the money on that call. That was the entry right there. It gave a beautiful entry. You can see kind of how that's the entry. Not perfect, but that was the entry right there. Did the little dip, and it was gone. So right there, did the little dip, and it was gone. Or was it this hit? No, hold on. Because I'm like, this is it here. So sorry. It looks so similar, right? I believe this was it. Yeah, this was it here. Yeah, there, August 8th was the call, exactly, yesterday. And you're still with the money on the call. So there it is, see? It's this flag there. It came, did the dip, and was gone. But there's your call, the NASDAQ, do a damage show. I trade the NASDAQ, I trade gold, I trade Bitcoin. I can show you how to trade any asset in the world. It does not matter. That's a beautiful entry for Bitcoin. I love it right there. Low stochastics right there. Likely we get the bounce, consolidate, and there's a chance there's some big gains coming here for BTC, at least up to the $119,000 level. So I'm definitely more bullish on Bitcoin than bearish right now. And I believe that's an entry right there for BTC. But you do whatever makes you happy. All right, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say to you should be taken as such. You can also trade stocks on BTC, right? Yeah, you can. Amazon. Yep, you could trade Amazon. You could trade Apple. Did a trip, sent another. God bless you, brother. Shout out to No Comment. Shout out to everybody here. You're my technical analysis guy. Much love you. Thank you. Hey, the whole world seems to think so. I don't get these awards for no reason. God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Let's take a look at the fan funding and see what you people are saying behind the scenes here. Jason Ballard, MAMO TA, please, Sam. Thank you. Thank you, Sam. 8 months in, and life is amazing. God bless you, Los on Crypto. Vivencio Kalia Robinson. God bless you, man. Hedera, somebody asked about. Maestro Arion. Can we chart TARS AI? Different time frame, Sammy. Looks like a good pimp. Thank you, Sammy. Learning a lot. God bless you. Acto4, you are my technical analysis. Love you. Hey, Sammy, can you check Fartless? Has the sauce after the initial retrace. Okay, so we got Fartless, Hedera, and MAMO. Right? If I'm, I don't want to see if I missed anything. TARS AI. So we got TARS. Yeah, so okay, we'll start first. We got MAMO and Hedera and TARS. I like the bounce for Bitcoin. I'm calling a bounce for Bitcoin. So you do what makes you happy, but I'm calling a bounce. I'm not going in the middle. I'm just saying, hey, that thing can move. So MAMO, last time I looked at it, I saw it in this tighter channel. Looked like it could kind of play out. It looked beautiful. They kind of went down, hit the 200 moving average. Then they decided to move it. Let's see what's happening now for MAMO. I never traded this coin, so I'm not like too keen on it, but let's see. Reminds me of Samo. Samo. A lot of people call me Samo. It was Samo. Samo Crypto. Thank you so much. More super chats coming on in there. Thank you for all you do. Can we check Arc Block ABT on the daily from Joker NYC? That's super nice if you didn't have to give, but you did. That will come back to you tenfold. Congrats on the second belt, Sammy. Could you please take a look at SPK? Thank you. 2 more super chats coming in there. You people are laying it down strong with the chat revenue. May God bless you. Thank you so much. That's amazing. $50 in chat revenue. Unbelievable. And thank you so much. I appreciate that. So MAMO, previous resistance, there becomes a support right there. So that's an SR flip right there as we speak at about 16 cent. 16 cent. And then can we get the bounce here to the upside? Get tighter on the channel, break out, boom. I mean, it's looking a little more bullish than bearish. I do see kind of a little bit of bearish div. I don't know. It's not my favorite look. Could be doing a head and shoulder pattern too there. This one's a little tough. You know, sometimes I'm like, oh, that's spot on. But this one's a little tough. Like, it could end up coming back down to the 200 moving average. Let the 4-hour reset of the Stokes at least. You know, 1 hour too as well. You know, if it loses the 200 moving average. So what you're looking for is consolidation on this coin. A bounce up and down. Then it's time to get in. But if it loses this, you may have to wait for it to find its soul again there. I don't know. It's a little sketchy compared to the rest of the market. It's going to have to hold this key level. All right. Let's take a look at Hedera HBAR. Hedera hash graph. Hedera, see right off the bat on the 1 hour, I see this. I see kind of like an ascending triangle beginning to form. Almost the rising wedge too that I saw on one of those other coins. Pretty bullish if you ask me. The way it's showing signs of an uptrending consolidation. And we know this coin has had some, you know, definitely some bullishness recently. We'll look at the weekly for Hedera. I mean, giant double bottom that played out. That was the old move that Stellar Lumens, you know, a lot of these coins found their way with. You know, there it is right there. I feel like it broke out of this. There you go. So it broke out of that. Now it's consolidating on the weekly. I would watch this like this. I'd be projecting Hedera to kind of get tight inside of this and continue to pump. Hedera hash graph for gains. Possibly coming for more to the upside. Hedera. Like, I believe Hedera could do some damage. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Bam. So, yeah, HBAR. Pumped to 43. Looks like it might take a couple days to do its thing. Shoulder, kind of head, right shoulder, and then boom, it's gone. Baby gone. I like it. It's looking good. Above the 200 moving average. Highly likely that a buy right here will not get stopped out down below the 200 moving average, and you'll be able to cash out at 43. But you do whatever makes you happy. So well deserved, Sam. Appreciate you, brother. God bless. That's a testament to your effort day in and day out, showing up like nobody else. Check out OG coins like Prime. Yo, I'll be honest, you're right. Litecoin and Bitcoin Cash look so fresh right now. And institutions are starting to look at them and like them. So we looked at Litecoin. Litecoin looked like it was going to break out. It did some damage. Now what for Litecoin? You know, it's interesting. Everything's watching Bitcoin in this 4-hour flag. If Bitcoin pulls out the 4-hour flag, they're all going to do some serious damage. So watch Bitcoin. Bitcoin decides to hold that level and rip. We're all ripping. Bitcoin, flippy flops. And that's going to be what happens. Watching Litecoin here. And Litecoin could do some serious damage. I like what I'm seeing for Litecoin. I mean, that looks beautiful right there. Higher low. I got to see consolidation. That's something I would definitely enter, though, with a stop loss somewhere here. And go for the gusto to 154. Stop loss somewhere below 113. Litecoin looks good to me. I believe that's a long right now. It's a risky long. High risk, high reward. It may not hold, but if it does, I mean, you're paid. And you don't have to risk a lot to find out whether you're paid or not, and you'll find out whether you get stopped out or get paid pretty soon. I like trades like that. You shouldn't have to be in that trade for too long to understand what's happening. And again, I don't like to waste my time, so you want to find trades that have setups that will give you a little more, and it'll give you the results a lot faster than others based on the technical analysis being tighter in that zone. And that's why we use TA. It can teach us when things are about to happen. I can see when something's about to pump or how many more days will consolidate based on the technical analysis, because the TA can only coil up for so long. And when you see tight coiling, you know there's something brewing. All right. So we looked at MAMO. We skipped around a little bit. We looked at Hedera. Let's look at TARS AI. And we also hit Litecoin up there too. TARS Protocol. Finally, a pump for TARS AI, man. Only a matter of time. But you can see here too, the shoulder, the head, the right shoulder, the flag that broke to the upside, the tightness, and TARS AI got the pump to the 200 moving average. Tight moving averages, pump up to the 4-hour 200. Beautiful, beautiful move. That will get rejected, do its thing, but over time, that's likely your bottom. I'm long in TARS AI. I believe it's going to do numbers. It's backed by the Solana Foundation. Send it to 23. I've been talking about this bounce off the 786 for a long time. We finally got it. And this is just hold it and celebrate with me in a few months. I mean, you got to, again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm in. And this is the beginning of a beautiful pump. Look at that 3-day chart, ready to rock for TARS AI. And I'm in it, so of course I'm going to be more bullish, but dang. Bitcoin Cash has been so hot. It's been the hottest thing since sliced bread, man. Like, it's been a great coin to watch and to trade. Bitcoin Cash. I put it out just the other day here saying it was about to break out on that 3-day chart. You can see the daily. Broke out, retested, pump. You're in the money now if you took the call on Bitcoin Cash. And it was just so obvious to me like it was going to break out. So I figured, hey, this thing's going to do damage. I put it out right here on 7-8. And I could see that it was going to do damage on 7-8. I'm calling a 666 Bitcoin Cash there. This is July 8th. Right here. I'm putting it out right there, July 8th. It never hit the stop loss. Continue to pump. I tell you, man, I'm psychic with these calls. I'll tell you what's going to happen before it happens because I can see it based off years of TA. This looks like it will just continue out this flag. Everything doing damage. That's another move right there. I'm going to keep this one originally open. Swing it sideways. We're going to hit control, grab a newbie. Swing that one up, and there's your next call there for Bitcoin Cash. So now I'll give you the first call and show you that it's still doing damage. Never hit the stop. Stop can be moved pretty close up now and shave for risk. But I give you the next call. That entry's right there. Bitcoin Cash likely to do some damage up to 712. Ethereum, BTC beating up. Like, this is what you're looking for. This one I go pretty hard. All right. Someone says, Pepe, please. Hey, Sam, can you look at FARTLESS? And moving through the TA, let's just continue to make sure we're hitting it. So we hit the MAMO. We hit the Hedera. All right. We're cutting through the tape here. We hit the TARS AI. And now someone's asking about that FARTLESS. That FARTLESS coin. It's fartless. It doesn't even have enough. You know, it's finally in the cup and handle after the slaughter. If you believe in anything, you believe in being fartless. It's ridiculous. Makes no sense. Well, look at that. I mean, are aliens fartless? They probably don't fart, right? Have you ever been abducted, but the alien farted on you? That sounded funny at the time. I don't know if it was. The time was right then. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Hey, the guy in the back's a little loud with the laughter, but I guess he paid to be here, so he bought a drink ticket. He gets to stay. 4-hour time frame. I like the cup and handle. This thing could do some damage for sure. Had all the way to 00644. Why not, right? I like fartless. It looks, you know, I know nothing about it, but it's in a cup and handle with a higher low. I wouldn't be surprised if it made some gains. I know nothing about this coin. Possibly 100% coming, though. Hey, a fart walked into a bar. Yeah, it's funny. Let's take a look at Ethereum as it continues to do damage today. Take names and kick butt and just not stop. Ethereum just does not want to stop. It just can't stop, won't stop. Look at it. It's been so long, and now there's just so much accumulation for Ethereum. $4,000 Ethereum. It was just $1,000. Didn't it just 4x out of nowhere? It did. ETH, baby, ETH. And I'm telling you, man, I gave you guys that long call for ETH with the liquidation at 3,300. We never went below. We went to 33.34, but we never went below. Right there, 33.348 even. Never went below 3,300. That liquidation held like a boss. And now you continuing to be in them gains out of the shoulder head, right shoulder to the upside for Ethereum. That's a rising wedge. It looks like it may continue to get busy here. Starting to show some bearish divvy, though. Let's take a look at the bigger time frames. How far are we for the 21? What's going on the weekly? So let's see here. So ETH had this beautiful uptrend. In my mind, then it kind of broke out of this. Faked out, got back inside, and now it clearly broke out. And now it's above resistance. Clearly closed above. It's got to close this weekly candle above resistance, but when it does, I mean, that's gone. That's likely going to be a bigger move for Ethereum. The measure move for ETH, kind of the breakout here, sends it higher, and actually it probably could be even bigger, more like this. That's your bigger consolidation. So I'm getting like a $7,700 Ethereum. Makes a lot of sense. They're going to keep buying it up, pushing it to the upside. It breaks that all-time high from November of 2021. It's very close to the all-time high. 4,700. It's at 43. A little far away from the 21-day moving average. That has me slightly cautious here. 5-day chart, same scenario. 3-day chart, same idea. Daily chart ripping too. Looking like it may want to continue, though. So all the bigger time frames are a little overbought, but you're above 38, 3,800, 4,000. You almost just have to look at this rising wedge right now on the 1 hour, and your best bet is to say that this could pump out. You don't have much. You don't want to think too far ahead here for ETH. Just kind of, right now it says it's going to pump. So I got a target of 47.45 for Ethereum. It's getting close, though. It's starting to get into that, good time to, if you were in a heavy leverage trade, a swing trade, like you weren't into holding it for too long, this would be a great place to take some profit. You're definitely in the extended region. Bitcoin doing damage, 116,690. Getting the bounce exactly like it should. Congrats on the second belt. Could you take a look at SPK? Thank you. Let's take a look at SPK. That thing was so hot just the other day, right? And then it calmed down. Is it going to be hot yet again? So I watched this thing, and it's a good project. It seems to have that use case. People got into it, and then it got tighter. Home market's hot right now. This looks like it could do some serious damage. So yes, I'm into this right now. Spark, tight moving averages, above the 200 moving, the moving average right there too. Look at your daily, coming back into the 21. I don't see why this thing doesn't lift off to the upside. I like Spark here on the 8-hour. I like it on the 4-hour. I like it on the daily. Heck, I like this coin. This thing looks like it could go up 143% of all the setups I saw tonight. This one has the nicest, cleanest setup. It's a hot coin that pumped, got sold off, came back for more, held nicely, consolidated with 3 higher lows, has created a new uptrend. And again, it's high risk, high reward because it could go to zero in any second. We don't know as much. But man, it's got a use case. People seem to like it. When the volume hits, they're going to be all over it. This thing looks pretty nice to me. I swung traded Zebekin recently. This one looks very similar to a Zebekin swing trade I may be sticking my teeth into. So I like what I'm seeing here for Spark. I might throw 20K in here and make, anywhere between 5 and 20K in the next few days off Spark. I like what I'm seeing. This looks really hot. And I'm being honest with you guys. I like what I'm seeing. People forgot about MOODENG, but I never did. That's why I'm going to bring you the MOODENG sauce right now. MOODENG, baby, MOODENG. Let's take a look at what's happening to MOODENG here on the radar. MOODENG's getting tighter and tighter, and it's the hottest meme coin in the game. Like my friend had a shirt. I've never seen a friend. He didn't even know there was a meme, but he told me it was so big in Thailand, and he lived in Thailand. He had a MOODENG shirt. So MOODENG's hot. It's definitely a known thing people talk about, and it looks like it's going to continue to become something of that nature. MOODENG, getting ready for the rippage. Now, if I stay here in the financial world and I keep trading and I keep showing up, it's only been 5 years. Look how far. In 5 years from now, how far will we get? I'll be known around the world, right? If I'm not already, baby. Let's go. So my whole point is I'm thinking about pop culture, why MOODENG is hot, because it just stayed the course. And if you stay the course, you're going to get hot, man. People are going to know you. MOODENG looks interesting to me. I would watch MOODENG for a pump. MOODENG on the weekend. And it's going to get soon where all coins are just having fun and everyone's going to be getting in. It creates this environment where all coins are just more likely to pump than not, and everyone gets in, and then you have this awesome, awesome move on many, many coins. And that's how MOODENG works. MOODENG, baby, MOODENG. Boom, boom, boom. So, yeah. Hold on 1 second. I have to check one thing for someone I know. All right. So MOODENG getting tighter in the zone, and I do see some more coming. All right. Bang. Okay. 928, 369, $70 for the chat revenue. You people are amazing. PENGU looking fire, somebody says too. Let's take a look at PENGU. You says it looking fire? Looks like it's gotten dumped. Is this the right PENGU? Hold on. Let me make sure. Yeah, there's PENGU right there. I think it came in so early on there. It came in, dropped down there. We're looking at it. I'm looking at it on Binance here, and you can also find it on Dex Reader and all that fun stuff. So PENGU does look hot. It bounced off the low at 0.5 all the way up to about 4 cents. It did damage there for about an 8x. And you kind of start looking at PENGU like it was in this flag. It is going to fall the Ethereum pump. Everything that's going to watch ETH just do damage. And PENGU's in stores. I mean, it's got its own thing going, right? So PENGU's hot right now. I see it headed to a new high. So now you start searching the smaller time frames for that flag above the 200 with the 21. This is the simple sauce, right? I look for it to make another symmetrical triangle and continue to pump. Smaller time frame, it does look good to me. PENGU does look like it's going to continue to rip with these higher lows. People are listening. I keep seeing proof. succinct. So proof comes out at what, $99.99. It rips up to 148. A little high on the 21 moving average, even there on the 1 hour. So if I were to watch proof again, flag it out of the 15. But this thing's getting started, and it could be another big winner too, like the rest of these smaller coins that are starting to rip. I'm telling you, man, we're getting those 200%, 300%, 500% gains on MEXC a day now. Things are starting to get kind of crazy. I'm coming out of my ear infection coma I was in for 3 days. It was insane. I felt like I could barely hang on, but I'm here now, and, you know, it is what it is. And I never left. I just, man. I see something that's coiling up right now, too. NIBI. And that's Narubu, right? Yeah, Narubu chain. I mean, just look at the tightness there on Narubu chain. It is very, you know, tiny market cap. I don't own it. I don't really care what happens. I'm just showing you, man, look at that consolidation. I've seen that pump many, many times in my life. And again, no guarantees at all. But dang, how much? Yeah, only 11%. Maybe it's not worth it. But it's, you know, wow. Narubu looking like it could pump out of that flag to the upside. Narubu. I'll just keep kind of going through things that I'm seeing too as well. Let me jump back into the chat, see how the chat is doing. Fartless, we took a look at that. Spark, we took a look at that. Thanks for all you do. Shout out to Joker NYC. Can we look at Arc Block in Pepe? Yes. Hedera, we did look at that. Let's take a look at ABT. Arc Block Protocol. Funny, almost a lot of coins are in this, like, it's kind of an Adam and Eve, you know? And I see it eventually breaking out. You see that tightness, and then either it breaks out here, retests, or it stays in the flag a little bit and pumps out. Both of them look bullish to be for a big move here to the upside for ABT, Arc Block Protocol. So I like what I'm seeing. It looks pretty awesome. ABT, Arc Block Protocol here to the upside. Congrats on the second bell. God bless you. Thank you. Congrats on the best EA. You deserve it so much. Love of the tunes today. Can we look at Link, please? Link is hot, too. God bless Turbo Tyler. Thank you. Is AVAX a good buy right now? It's up to you. What are your thoughts on Water Token on Sol? It's all right. We looked at it a few times. Let's look at Pepe. We'll take a look at Water. Let's see what's happening to Pepe right now here. So Pepe continued to pump. We talked about Pepe because it was getting tight. All right. And you can see this kind of cup and handle off the bottom. I see it consolidating and eventually memeing up. You know, it's going to take its time. These memes are now kind of got a lot more people and they consolidate. It also looks like to be in a giant double bottom. And honestly, if things go the way they're supposed to go, that means Pepe is going to rip. And that means you're going to end up at Pepe at about 46, right? Which is going to be a huge pump there from 12. That's almost a 4X from where we're at, a little under a 4X. So that gives Pepe a market cap. And remember that day I did that Pepe, I wanted you guys to pull that Pepe. It was like a few weeks back where I really went over Pepe in depth. I really should pull that for its own video. But yeah, 20 billion is how I see Pepe getting, about a 4X from here. A $20 billion market cap. Very possible for Pepe. Bitcoin with the pump off the bottom of the channel as suggested to the upside. Everything going our way. Looking for the 4 hour to continue its consolidation, not lose the 200 moving average, and we are gone. Baby, gone. I'm still in these longs. I got in somewhere over here. Right in here. Somewhere like July 20th, July 25th, I got into a long. They did not get me out. I have liquidation at 108. It got hairy. I held at 111. I couldn't believe I did. People saying we were going lower. I found the bottom, told myself to hold. I longed my way back through, made a lot of money back on that move. So now I'm somewhat at break even on the longs that are still somewhat underwater. You get what I'm saying? Because I scalp traded my way back up. Now I still hold the longs and I'm going to go from there on MEXC. And then we opened up this long here on weeks in front of you today. And I'm still bullish on it too. I'm thinking of doubling down right now on that 200 moving average. Stop loss on the other side. I don't like the weekend trading, though. I wish this was like a Tuesday night or a Monday night. And Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday night have been hot again. Wednesday night played out to be a hot trade. It's amazing how that keeps happening for us over and over and over again. Again. But if you show up every single day, you're going to find the gains. It is what it is. Another thing about showing up every day, it's like the beach. You know what I learned? The beach sometimes gets battered by the ocean. Why? Because it's always there. So if you show up every day, some days you're going to get battered, right? You're going to take a couple L's. And sometimes it happens to me, right? In many ways, whatever it is. And I'll keep things. But it reminds me that when you show up every day, you're the seawall. And you're going to take on everything that the ocean has to throw at you. And it's about staying through it all and maintaining no matter what. That's the key. And I remind myself, days that are hard, there's some really fun days too. And so it's an up and down when it comes to it all. Unicorn fart dust on the radar. Let's take a look at UFD. And I don't think anyone covers more altcoins in this channel, seriously. And we weren't even in the altcoin category. I don't think people realize how many categories we actually absolutely touch here. So the last time I put out UFD, I liked it down there on the bottom, basically called the bottom bounce. Seemed like it did that. Didn't hit the exact target, but now let's take a look at what's happening for UFD. Inside this flag down, getting tighter. I wouldn't be surprised if Unicorn Fart does some damage here. Has enough people to care about it to pay attention. Kind of an Adam and Eve double bottom there. Let me show you what I mean. It's hard to see, but you got to have this Adam and Eve. That could definitely play out. Measured move there is about 8 cents. And you're sitting at about 3 cents. So about a double up there for Unicorn Fart Dust. Looks likely. But you do whatever makes you happy. But that looks interesting. 100% gains out of UFD. Oh, do you know? So UFD on the radar. VThor started to come back. Everything kind of, we could see a lot of movement here. A lot of oldies but goodies. Let's take a look at Tron. Tron's been super hot on the forefront. Looks like if anything continues to pump, Tron will continue to do damage. I like it right here inside this ascending triangle. I'm going to clean it up a second and say it's about to bump. They're making deals. They're about to be on the NASDAQ, right? A lot of good stuff going on with Justin Sun here in Tron. Funny, people are fugitives from justice. Next thing you know, they're the biggest thing in the industry, like Arthur Hayes. It's like, it all depends on who's in office these days now, right? They just like go after, and then, oh, we're not in office anymore, so we don't, you're safe now. Richard Hart, you're in trouble. No, you're not. Now you're fine. So crazy, right? And all those things were, and Richard told us that it would all be thrown out. And people still got out. I mean, he's running from the front. No one knows where he is. There was like all these rumors. He's going to go to jail for 100 years and all this crap. There's so much. People talk so much smack when it comes to that nonsense. They don't even know the legal system at all. They take one or two articles and they start running with it. So I like what I'm seeing for Tron. Stops below here. This thing's about to do some damage. What is this nonsense song here? Get out of here. Stops below this key area for Tron. I like this move for Tron. Tron looks hot for me right now. And again, I give away so much stuff because these are the people that are really want it. You guys are here on a Saturday night when everyone else is out partying and drinking. Everyone else has something more important to do. They're running after nonsense. You're here studying the charts, attempting to find your way out of find your way to financial freedom through crypto. And like, God bless you for doing that. Look at REI on base and how it staircases. Congratulations on the best day. Can you take a look at Link? Thank you. And Water Token now. AVAX is a good buy. Wow, we got so many super chats in here tonight. It's feeling like a bull run again. $74 in chat revenue. You people got me grinding. Let's take a look at Water Token here. Shout out to my Kita Fiends. Team Water on Soul, right? It looked like it dumped to the downside and got completely gutted. Maybe it bounces back. Who knows? I'm all set right now, though. Thank you. Yeah, so I don't think much about that one. Oof. Someone says it's a good time to buy AVAX. Let's take a look at AVAX. USDT. You know, we had that cup and handle. It slumped. Then it pumped again. You got an uptrend forming. You got this top forming. You know, you're just looking for more consolidation and eventually a pump. I just think it's slow compared to other coins because of its big market cap and its old nature. And I'm not talking about actual speed. It's an okay chain. It's just slow when it comes to trading it. Like, I've traded all these coins and I've watched them and I've waited for pumps. And again, maybe it rips out of nowhere, just goes all the way to, you know, but more likely it's going to consolidate and pump and take some time, and it's going to go from 24 to 38. And I just think there's so many better things to trade than AVAX right now. It got left to the wayside, man. You got to know when to pivot. And for me, pivoting off of AVAX, I believe is a good idea. But you maybe you know, you'll look back and be like, dang, Litecoin looks hotter than AVAX right now. Let's be honest. Like, Bitcoin Cash looks hotter than AVAX. Like, I go for charts that are continuing to rip, that look good, that have liquidity. AVAX has liquidity because it's been around a long time and it looks okay, but it's a dinosaur coin that nobody really you know, that had the oomph when it had it, but it's indeed useless. Definitely a place to possibly get in. You could still get a bounce down to the 618, but I mean, if you're willing to hold this for 2-3 months, it's probably a great buy right now. But that's up to you. You got to figure out if that makes sense to you. I like this coin. I like it. I believe it could do some damage. I've been researching it on and off, watching it. Useless. It's the freaking coin is useless, man. So get on it. I'm just joking. But yeah, I see a 60 cent useless coming. Congrats like a Grammy in music, Biz Kurt. Thank you so much, man. Let's take a look at REI here. REI Network. That one has a higher low finally. The cup and handle starting to form on the daily. Things are looking good. Getting above the 4-hour 200 moving average for the first time in a while. So here's the deal. I would sit on the 4. I would draw a flag. And I'd make sure it never loses the 200, just like Bitcoin right now. And that's why I'm long Bitcoin. Bitcoin pulls out of this, that a lot of coins are going to do the same thing 8 to 14 hours from now. Margaret, it's been so long. Congrats on the best TA 2024. Can you look at Troll Soul, please? Thank you. Shout out to Margaret. God bless you. Let's take a look at Troll for Margaret. And we have gone through so many super chats today. It's absolutely insane. Wow, Troll continuing to do damage. I remember when we first found Troll somewhere down here, right? This thing absolutely ripped. All coins have been on an absolute tear recently. This is insane. 2 ideas for Troll. 1, it got a little too high. Like, it ripped amazingly well from 2 cents to 20 cents. It did a 10x since the 28th of July. I mean, unbelievable, right? In 9 days, in 10 days, 13 at the most. It did a 10x. To me, it has to come back down to that fib. And it's going to start its descent, likely. If it's really bullish, it'll just go more, you know, it won't go as far down. It'll consolidate, and you'll see that. You'll literally see the consolidation. It will give you confidence to trade it. Next target would take it to 47. So I see this thing continuing. I just say it has to bounce off the 618 or the 786, somewhere in that 8 to 10 cent region. And then it rips back to 46 cents. I'm bullish on the coin overall. I don't own any, but I like the, you know, the setup looks good. There's nothing wrong with the TA. But it definitely looks like it's time to come home. You know what I mean? The rooster, you know, it's the rooster's time to come home to time. They got to come home to roost. Yeah, that's what the saying. I'm getting it messed up there. Is Litecoin not in an Adam and Eve double top? Scary. AVAX should go back above 100. It doesn't run hard to the end of the last bull run. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. You know what I mean? I don't know if there's liquidity for every coin to get what it should have got in the last run. That's the thing. See what I'm saying? TA on Ibiza, final boss. I've been hearing about that all day. Final boss. Which one is it, though? Like, there's just too many. Maxi has it here. I mean, it came out and took a nasty dump. Bouncing off the 1 hour 200 moving average. Maybe it makes an inverted head and shoulder here. We used to listen to this track all the time, remember? If you're on this channel. This channel's been through so many transitions and evolutions the 4 years that we've been live. Man, we've been through so much together on this channel. It's been unbelievable. And I've been through so much, and I've gone through so many ups and downs, and we continue to push forward every single day. It's absolutely amazing. You mind checking ton, please? Thank you. Don't ever buy any of these pumpkin rug coins, y'all. I love you, man. Can I use the trade in America? He called them a pumpkin rug coin. Why is it a pumpkin coin? Like Cinderella? Like it disappears overnight? Like a pumpkin? Is that why you called it a pumpkin? Oh, because it's pump.fun pumpkin? I don't know. I like ATA Automata. Automata? You said Automata, I said Automata. The Automata Network. Automata-pia. Well, the last time I put Automata right there, it did an absolute blast to the upside. ATA Automata on weeks. He said Automata, I said Automata. Looks like only a matter of time Automata is going to continue to pump. Target, it's 5 and 4 cents. ENA, baby, I still hold my ENA. Things been ripping since the call here. I put it out right here inside this tight channel. Damage. I would still hold. We're going to 110. I'm leaving this trade open. Ain't nothing left to say. A little bit of bearish div there. Let's hope we can flatten out and continue to pump. Hardcore TA link. Ton, please. You read the comment. I didn't, but I'll look at it. I looked at Ton recently. Wanted to see it pump. It pumped, it dumped. Which is kind of whack, right? Played games with the daily 200 MA. Almost made a head and shoulder pattern. A head and shoulder pattern. Now we got this kind of falling wedge getting tight inside. You know, Ton's a bigger coin that takes its time. I wouldn't be surprised if it pumped up a little bit, get tight, but I do see it eventually booming. It's got a use case. It's got the Telegram. Like, only a matter of time. And look, there's a bit of an Adam and Eve there on Ton. And you put the neckline up here. You draw it down. And you can already kind of see where Ton's going. And then you got a gap in the VRVP. I mean, I don't see why Ton can't get back to 5, and then we'll go from there. I'm bullish on Ton overall. I hope to do long X35, stop loss 4328. Is it okay? Please help me. I will never tell you what to do with your stop loss or any of that nonsense. So sorry, but you got to figure that out for yourself. That's fishing, and I'm not I'm not here to show you what to do. I'm here to teach you technical analysis. If you use it for your advantage, that's great. I'm not going to tell you where to put a stop or where you should, none of that stuff. You got to figure that stuff out for yourself. I don't know how much money you're worth. I don't know where you're at. I don't know what that'll impact you if you don't do it right. I don't know where you're at. I can't advise you financially. It's not my thing, and I'm not licensed. So you got to figure that out for yourself. Thank you so much for coming through to the channel. But that's just not the information that we give. All right. I like to see FARTCOIN continuing to just get tight here. I see this as just nice consolidation before it heads to 390. Every time this coin dipped and I didn't buy it, I regretted it. Could be another time right now for FARTCOIN. I could see FARTCOIN about to do numbers. Keto, when it ripped, this was your time. And that's a great accumulation range for me for FARTCOIN. I mean, we're covering a lot of coins, a lot of opportunities out here tonight. If you believe you're the opportunity, then it's here for you to grab. He said REA on base. Look how it staircases. Yeah, I think I got the wrong one. Unit 0. I mean, that thing's gone. Yeah, just staircasing. A staircase to heaven, right? Looks like it's eventually going to balance out here, but that could eventually continue to... I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like, what? This is in an uptrend. It continues to go up. I can't tell you it's going to stop. I see it headed to 33. It's in the trend. If you trade like me, you just trade trend. You stay in the trend until you don't. It is what it is. We have a trading bot that trades for you. Look at this thing. Bought the bottom, bought the bottom, bought the bottom. It's going to sit in here till it sells the dang top. And it's now in the money off that bottom buy right now on Minotaur Trading Systems. Hit the link to find out more. You can schedule a free consultation with your people. They'll tell you more about it. Pretty awesome. Minotaur Trading Systems. Find out more today at Minotaur Trading Systems. The link is in my description of my videos. I run the bot. It's made me 30% over a year of just running, and it's made me more BTC too, which is pretty awesome. So, got more Bitcoin than most people will ever have off the bot alone, which I find pretty fascinating. So I trade on BTC.P. That's where we trade gold, the NASDAQ, Amazon, all that fun stuff, and Bitcoin. They've been around for 15 years, so they've been around a long time. 14 years for sure, BTC.P. So they're not a fly-by-night exchange. They've been around a long, long time. Find out more about BTC.P today. I also trade on weeks. It's where I swing trade, where I put in big money too on Bitcoin. Have some fun. A lot of my bigger trades are on weeks. We have a blast because I trust them, so I put a lot of money on the exchange. MEXC is another one, and then I like to also scalp on Bit2Next. Those are my 4 main exchanges. Also use 2Bit. 2Bit's a great exchange. 2Bit's also coming out with some cool new stuff that I actually really like. Like it shows you exactly how much you won or didn't win out of the trade. So if you want to sign up to 2Bit, we also have a link to 2Bit. We work with 2Bit, and they're newer, coming out there with a new, new game, new edge. So they'll probably offer us a little more as well. 2Bit. The trend is our friend. Yep, I have a long I bought the bot on Friday. Thanks for the lead. God bless you, man. Thank you so much for jumping on into the bot. I really appreciate that. You didn't have to, but you did. And may God bless you, brother. And I do get a commission from anyone that buys the bot, so thank you so much for doing that. You do send commission my way, and I really, really appreciate that. Thank you. With that being said, yeah. Yo, ma. Okay, yeah, so, I mean, it's hot. Would love to see you use a Perp Dex, lighter, Paradex, Hyperliquid. I got Hyperliquid going. I've been on Perp Dexes. I got Jupiter. Yep. It happens all the time. Chainlink just kick it, it looked like it was going to break out that 15-minute flag. It did that. I love seeing Chainlink doing this, man. I got a big old bag, and when Chainlink pumps, this is just makes me very, very happy. Been waiting too long for Chainlink. Follow me at CryptoLifer33. I'd greatly appreciate it. Jump on it today to get more insight, knowledge. Follow me from behind the scenes and more at CryptoLifer33 on Twitter. All right, we did it again. Best TA in crypto. Thank you, Adam Charles. Love you, brother. Thank you to my community and all who support me. Lifers for life. The best technical analysis of 2024. We won the belt, baby. We won the belt, and that's another reason why I believe that you deserve to subscribe to this channel and be a part of something bigger than yourself. Jump on in to the channel. We want to see you here every single day, having a vibe with us. It's awesome. This is the place to be. This ain't your average YouTube channel. We keep the energy high and up every single day without a day off. Look, something I got to show you. We're at 99,252 subscribers. We are on our way to 100,000 subscribers. We are so close. Can you see it? 748 people away. We could do it today if everyone just decided to blast it off. Everyone here had that love and had that feeling to hit that subscribe button. It will come back to you tenfold. Like I gave a beautiful tip the other day, it came back to me tenfold. This will come back to you so fast when you give to others. I'm telling you right now, you'll see your life moving forward in a positive way when you give to others. Right there, that's the quickest, easiest way. Subscribe to the channel. On our way to 100,000 subscribers. And you want to learn about perseverance, look at my lifetime run here. You know, I started with 100 subs in my first year. Nobody subscribed, barely anybody. See this? It took so long for us to continue to grind every single day. So please subscribe to the channel. On our way to 100,000 subs. I can't do it by myself. I can't subscribe 100,000 times. Only you could do it. And we gave you so many altcoins ups and downs, so many pieces of insight tonight that'll blow your mind. So with that being said, I am going to call it a night and run out of here on a beautiful Saturday night. Rest my brain. Probably play with some more altcoins, have some fun, and do some damage. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Shout out to everyone that made this show absolutely amazing. The chat was off the chains. The chat revenue was ridiculous. You people are awesome. And may God bless everybody here on the stream. I'm just so excited and grateful to be a part of something bigger than myself too as well. Like, I never thought I'd be part of something like this. A channel that would grow on YouTube like this, I never thought. So, everyone here is you blow my mind. I'm so excited and happy. And, you know, the best is yet to come. And I'm convinced of that. Enjoy, brother. Have some quality time with the family. The family's all asleep. I'll be all alone all night. But you know what? I'll have a blast. Yeah. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you all. And I thank you so much for jumping on into the live and kicking it with the lifer. Back in Florida, back in where it is, man. It's just a good place to be, man. I'm excited. I really like that I picked Sarasota. It's a good place. The Tampa area. Good spot. Good people, man. I got good people in my life, and I'm excited to hang out. So, God bless everybody. Thank you so much for being amazing. I'll keep you on the till. One more thing I want to show you is B&B. And if you didn't know, we won Best Technical Analysis of 2024. Unbelievable. Thank you so much. Belt is beautiful. It looks amazing. Crypto Lifer, baby. Best TA, Sam Price. Did it again. SP, the GOAT. Love y'all. Binance coin. The hottest coin in the game. It ran up, right? It was high on the daily. I mean, it was one of the biggest things ever. It was ripping. But now it's saying, hey, it's just too hot right now. All coins are just so hot. Their use cases are too big. And people can't let go now. Institutions understand DeFi at another level. And it's going to start to crank up the price. I see this thing ripping to the upside. And so there's about to be another leg here in a lot of these coins. And people were just in too fear to take advantage of any of these dips. That looks like it could go up right there. Basically a 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio. You'd have to hold it for some time. Target's 1,053. Yep. Belt is awesome, Sammy. Great job. You deserve this. Thank you so much, Margaret. Me too. Be there pretty soon. Almost got my Brazil visa worked out. God bless you. Cashmore, we love you, man. Seeing you win the belt again brings some tears, man. Congrats. Thank you. Honestly, it did give me a little bit of tears, man. Because I spent every single day, my mom and my dad, man. To my mom and my dad, guys and girls. Their son did it again, man. The best TA. I didn't take a day off since the last time I won this award. I never took not one day off. You know, people win awards and they think that's when they can chill for a second. You know, you win the Super Bowl, you can take a week off. But that's the next day after the Super Bowl. You start grinding for the next year. If you want it that bad. There's something you got to do. You might have to ice something. You might have to prepare. But there is something you got to do to prepare to keep going. Shout out to my man, Dangle44. That's so cool, brother. You got to love rowing. But I don't know why the dudes got to show like their sack off all the time like now recently online. Like, what's that all about, right? Funny. These are funny, right? These big. Nah, go girl, man. I like when anyone celebrates. Good morning, friends. Wow. The best setups, yeah, are ones that you can see. You don't have to run for them. Anyway, I love y'all. I want to kick it all night long, but I should rest my brain. I'm just coming off of a massive ear infection, and today's my first day like feeling like a human being. I was at the ER Thursday night screaming in pain. It was insane, like literally begging for drugs. I was like, yo, I can't eat, I can't sleep, I can't think. It feels like someone's drilling a drill in my ear, man, and I can't breathe. So it was tough, I'll be honest. I was like that's how you get money from someone, like an ear infection. Oh my God. The pain was unbearable at one point. I know don't call me a wuss. It was like, it would like hit a peak area in the tip of my ear and never stop too. Like it wasn't like a pain that hit. It was a pain that would hit, pierce, and like it would pressure my will. Like how much can I take it? Live for your mom or dad. I'll look down on you. You are special. God bless you, Lazaro. Thank you. Dude, it was insane. I'm telling you, it was insane. Yeah. Anybody ever have an ear infection that bad that they were willing to like literally like if you could you would have maybe, you know what I mean? Like it felt so bad. Like I was just begging for any time. I was lying on the couch screaming. But then I was quiet because I didn't want my family to know how bad it was. And then I was just holding pillows and like then I'm sitting there in a rush of pain, just like next thing you know, my wife called my good friend. He rushed me to the hospital, man. He really put me in his car and brought me to the hospital. And today I feel like 1,000 times better, but it's still lingering. Yeah. Yeah, I've had my eardrums explode a couple times. It's hell, that's for sure. Oh my God. I didn't even know your eardrum could explode. Ear pain, lost hearing. Tough guys will tell you first thing. Yeah, it's really uncomfortable. Oh, man, it was crazy. I remember laying in the fetal position just about crying from constant throbbing and pain. Yeah, that's what happened to me, dude. I was in the fetal position with the throbbing and then it's just stabbing, shooting. I'd wiggle my... like it was like, oh, my God. And I've had 2 or 3 in the last year. That one was insane. Absolutely nail you out of the core. The same way you know your girls. Get some rest, bro. You're still looking fresh. It's a dope pocket square. I like this pocket square, man. This thing is nice. Look at it. Yeah, it's just got that. And it's got the, I should know the name, right? The Paisley. Great way to do a pocket square on the fly. Open your hand, circular, push through, grab that, ring it around the and then you got yourself like a bit of a rose flower there. Kind of poke it. And you got yourself a nice square for the night. Easy, quick, and done fast. With a little bit of, you know, a little bit of nice look there. I did say Paisley. I nailed it. You said it too, man. I lost hearing in the left ear years ago. Dang. Yeah. Shout out to a dingo, 8 by Satoshi. Still in the game, brother. Thank you so much. This is the man that gave me my access to token metrics that I still use today. He's a blessed man. He gave me a $3,000 NFT, man. God bless you, brother. Yeah. Get it embroidered, hey, there on the inside or on the inside of your jacket. Nah, I have so many. I like to switch it up. But God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Bitcoin 116,600. Looking for that bounce. White vinegar and clear alcohol mixed. Put drops of your eye. I agree with you there. It might burn, though, huh? Russ's brother, you deserve it more than a lot of people have been watching for a couple years, and you don't change, brother. Always 100% real. Thank you, Richie. Hey, man, if you change, then things are going to change, right? I'm destined for billions, and I can't change. I'm on my way. God bless everybody. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the next live stream. Keep pushing. Keep kicking it. Thank you so much, everyone. Back in the home studio, as you can see. And, hey, we made it. We traveled the world. Dubai, Vegas, Massachusetts, and back twice. 5 flights in 4 months. 6 flights, or what, 8 flights in 4 months. And then one of the flights, I was in the air for 16 hours. So I've flown literally, in the last 5 months, I've flown to Boston, 3 hours one way, and then another little 1 hour. It was a 4-hour trip in total. There and back, 8 hours. All right. Then I flew again twice, but had to drive. So we'll call that about 6. So that's 14 hours. Then I was there and back to Dubai, 16. That's 32. On the 14, that's 40. 6 hours, right? And then I also went to Vegas there and back. That's another 9. So I got about 55 hours of flight time in the last 5 months. I've been in the plane for 55 hours in the last 5 months. It's insane. An entire work week and more I put in inside of a plane, man. Everybody, I love you. Thank you so much for being here. May God bless you all. Remember, going after your dreams, and you can do it. Did you get ear infections after flying? I went in flying with the ear infection, which made it worse. God bless everybody. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Thank you so much for an awesome 2 streams today. I had a blast. I'll catch you guys in the trading group. And for life, I love you. DMing you about Singapore. Thank you. Appreciate that, man. Maybe we could hang out. God bless everybody. Stay fresh. Stay amazing. Remember, the secret to success is getting started. You've got this.